Look, I would love to expand my operations into your countries. But quite frankly, your business methods are too violent. Let me tell you a true story. 500 years ago, the Portuguese and the Spanish came here, each trying to get the country from their natives. The Spaniards arrived, guns blazing, determined to prove us boss. The natives killed every single Spaniard. Personally, I prefer the methods of the Portuguese. They came bearing gifts, mirrors, scissors, trinkets. Things that the natives couldn't get on their own. But to continue receiving them, they had to work for the Portuguese. And that's why all Brazilians speak Portuguese today. Now, if you dominate the people with violence, they will eventually fight back because they have nothing to lose. And that's the key. I go into the favelas and give them something to lose. Electricity, running water, schoolrooms for their kids. And for that taste of a better life, I own them. Gentlemen.
You been in love before?
Huh?
Have you been in love before?
In love? Yeah. You know, the mother of my child ended up taking the witness stand against me. She ended up being an informant for the police. I was with her for almost 4 years. She had my kid, got high with me, everything. They called the last witness for the prosecution, and she took the stand. She ended up being a snitch, an informant, CI. No, it felt. I'll try it here and there, but women are with games now, you know? A lot of these women been through a lot, so love's a hard word for me.
Yeah, for a lot of people.
My mom told me she loved me, but she loved heroin more than me, so I don't know. I love you, son, but you got to find somewhere else to go. So I left when I was almost 14, so a month away from being 14.
So your mom was a heroin addict?
Yeah.
It wasn't in her to love her like my mama loved me.
That in her.
Yeah, it wasn't in her. It wasn't in her, man.
Real talk.
Know why? Know why? Because her survival, even though she she does everything she does for you. Listen, everything she does for you is for her survival. Everything your mother do for you is for your survival.
First love, I fell in love with her because if I got sick, she used to console me like my mother. She was the only motherfucker could heal me like my mother. And it wouldn't. This ain't on no sex. This was just on some.
Listen, I know you said no sex, but know why it didn't work? Because of sex. You know what I mean? We look for our mother and our lover, but our mother could never be our lover because our lover would never love us like our mother. She's not in her. It's not in no woman to love us like our mother loves us. It's not in her. Don't care how much a slave she, don't care how many people she fuck for you, bring in the money. It's not in her to love you like your mother loves you. Eventually she'll turn her back on you.
That's crazy.
Eventually she'll turn on you, nigga. You treat her like a dog, she turn on you.
Love her like your mother loves you. That's a song.
Yeah, listen. Listen, hey.
It ain't in her to love her like your mother.
Hey. I listen to
man, that's some real shit.
I listen to I look at my
that's
wife.
That's why you can't, man.
Nigga,
hey, that's why she could.
I look at my wife. They don't take shit. Listen, both my ex-wife.
Oh, Mike, I gotta. Hey, Mike, I gotta tell somebody that.
No, you ain't. Listen.
That's why, bro.
No, I'm gonna tell you something.
It wasn't in her to love her like my mama loved me.
That in her.
Yeah, it wasn't in her. It wasn't in her, man.
Real talk.
Know why? Know why? Because her survival, even though she does everything she does for you. Listen, everything she does for you is for her survival. Everything your mother do for you is for your survival.
That's real.
Now listen.
That's great.
Listen, can I tell you something? It's not over, nigga. Right? I just want you to know it's not over. You know? Bootsy, it's not over. You got a lot of life worth living. You know, you gotta go to the situation. You You gotta accept yourself. You gotta forgive yourself. You know, forgive yourself. You
I
worth
don't
it.
want to get hurt by no woman.
No. Woman, hey, listen. You ain't gonna get hurt by no woman. You gonna get hurt by yourself. What power does she got that she's scaring you? Look, you a bad street nigga. Like, I don't want to get hurt by no woman. Nigga, that's life. We living life on life. I don't want to be hurt. You done shot some
I don't
niggas.
want to give no woman.
I done said this is a killer nigga.
I don't want to give no
wanna get
woman
hurt
all
by
my.
no
I
woman,
don't want to give
nigga.
no woman all my. All my.
Oh, your
All my
what?
love, dog. I don't want to give no one woman all my love, and and she fuck it up, dog. Like.
Nah, listen.
That ain't no good feeling. I happened with me when I was 14. And I've been.
But the name of the game is to stop the trick where I'm going to stop these fucking dysfunctional relationships like my mother and father. It stops here. I'm the first of my family is going to stop here. We're going to marry till we die together.
What's up, world? Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Before the video starts, just want to give a formal introduction into this Relationships Are Business series that I'm working on. Shout out to Mike Tyson, Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, Lil Boosie, Mo 3, R.I.P. For that clip. It's very important. Man, we need to understand not only what she brings to the table, but we bring to the table. What we bring to the table, what we offer, what we stand to lose. Love is a business. At the end of the day, it's all business. When it comes down to certain decisions, it's either you or her. Point blank, period. It's either you or her. Who will it be? When them cops come knocking, when certain decisions have to be made, do you think she will put you in the business before her? So there are definitely certain questions, certain requirements that must be met before getting into business with anybody these days. Will they protect your business? Will they protect your information the way these women do on the job? The way they protect business? The way they give attitudes when you walk into the business? Will they protect your business like that? Or will they be friendly? I'm going to break it all down in an upcoming video. But just know that you have to bring more than love and a want to be with somebody in order to have stability. And it's all different type of levels to it. So again, I was faced with a question, an offer about a year ago, a year and a month ago. And this was my response to it, so I just wanted to share with y'all my response. And of course, nothing came of it because we're taught to not look at relationships like this. But once you've been through some things, you've lost some things, even if you don't approach it in this way, at the end of the day, this is how business-minded men think. This is how marriages are ran. This is how businesses are ran. Partnerships, contracts, put it on paper. Even down to the simplest thing, if you have somebody doing Instacart, do you think you could tell your girlfriend to go make a list for her to go to the store and get groceries for 5% of what you're spending? Some will. Some will do it for free. Some will do it just to get out of the house, to get away from you, get around other people. Some will do it just because y'all need food in the house. It's levels. But at the end of the day, What's their reason? And what's the expectation? What's the expectation? Because if we have it drawn out that this is what you're going to do, then you won't expect more than what we agreed upon. And at the end of the day, that's where a lot of relationships fail. If we have an agreement or an expectation that I'm just going to hold the door open for you, then for 20 years, outside of you getting robbed or anything like that, if I just hold the door open for you, greet you nicely, maybe not even that, then you just look at me like, oh, he hold the door open for me, and I go through the door. We don't have any issues. As far as I'm concerned, he's a nice guy. But if you expect anything outside of that, that's unwritten, that's implied, that's where things can go left or go wrong. So, without further ado, here is my intro to relationships are business. What are you bringing to the table? What do you have to offer? What do you have that somebody else isn't offering that someone would hate to lose? Peace. So my thoughts or my expectations, my desires, my ideology of a relationship or what I expect in a relationship. So the way I see relationships is they're like jobs. You gotta do the work. And yes, our jobs pay for us to go on vacation and things of that nature, but you gotta do the work. And as far as being the only one, I'm a business, you're a business, and the most successful businesses have multiple employees. Yes, you have different positions, you have different departments, but what's the position? What's the level of work that comes with that position? Are you the CEO? Are you the plant manager? Are you the hiring manager? What's your position? What's your level of knowledge? What's your education? What's your effort level for this position? And that's just my thing. Like you say, you have friends or your so-called individual life and your individual hobbies and things of that nature. And it helps your business. But who you do business with affects your business with me. And I think that's the thing that you're trying to get at when you say, I need to be the only one. But there needs to be open lines of communication. But even in a job, depending on your position or your title, you still don't get access to all the classified documents, all the classified files. It's on a need to know basis, and you don't always get the information that you need. You just get the information that they want you to have in order for you to do the work that they want you to do. Because the truth can be dangerous. and it can make people deal with you in a different way than you want them to. As much as you want to know, as much as you want to learn, still it runs some people away, and I understand that. Like, so just how you look at it. That's how you look at it. So, and then what's the level of commitment? Are you really expecting people to be with you forever? You really expecting people to work for you or with you forever, exclusively? That's unrealistic. Yes, it sounds good. I desire to develop that deep interaction, connection with someone. But that also leaves you vulnerable, especially if you're going to be halfway across the country. That's definitely something to think about. So is it a partnership? Is it a co-ownership? What's the business? A true friendship, true relationship is just, I feel like it's just two people coming together and, just being open to the possibilities of whatever might happen. But you help each other grow. You help each other be the best person for the best possibilities that come. Every opportunity that comes to you, I'm not going to be able to benefit from. So, and I guess that's what you call loyalty, as opposed to you taking something that won't benefit the both of us, but you're an individual you, right? And vice versa. And that's just the nature of a so-called man, to look out for everyone's best interests. But I don't have any problem with that. There are plenty of opportunities and things that I could have done or could be doing. Expectations. I just expect fairness, I guess. You can demand and expect honesty all you want, but are you going to get it? Respect, appreciation for effort, energy, respect for another person's dignity, I guess. Being able to recognize if you're able to serve this person the way that they need to be served, just as a one-on-one connection, one-on-one situation. And know when this person is more invested to their detriment than you can, I guess, reciprocate, and being able to release them into something greater, even if it hurts for the moment. So that's tough. especially in the work aspect, if you're still getting paid to show up, you're still getting something out of it, but it's still holding you back from reaching your full potential and reaching, the destiny that you desire. And in that aspect, I guess I require or I expect support, encouragement. I expect someone to be able to help me and guide me, be resourceful, help me with resources, put me in position to help you. You don't just show up to work and just sit there and expect to get paid. You want to help the company or help the office be as efficient as it can be, so that you save money, you put yourself in positions to make more money, and that's going to be a bonus to everybody. It's hard work. It's hard work. And then you have, like you said, different departments and areas, as far as sex, as far as friendship, as far as, holidays, like, what are you expecting as far as that? Birthdays, holidays, do you celebrate these things? Do you understand why I'm not in a relationship? Because I'm not the most personable person. I don't like to celebrate and mingle and stuff like that. I'm not that type of guy. But I do understand that when you're in a relationship, you're gonna have to, I guess, sort of conform. I don't like the word compromise because compromising is compromising. So those are definitely things that you have to consider. Money, budget, accounting, being accountable, being available. And like you say, each business, you look at any type of business, McDonald's, Burger King, any big business, Intel, they have hundreds of thousands of employees, and they're all expected to play their part. And if not, it can really affect the business. I have my situations that I'm trying to work out. What's your take or thoughts on those? I have my family situation. I have my the situation with my boys. And it's like, I definitely don't want you to become a target because of those things, or you to become attacked. But if we get the understanding down, and I'm all for it. Like I said, I'll consider, pretty much anything as long as we're on the same page. Be it friendship or just moving into something more. But just the fact that things happen the way they have, and now it's just like, what do you think about this? And you say you always had that feeling or that thought, but you just didn't know, or you didn't want to be disappointed or feel like I was going to go with it. Now I get it. I guess I understand that. So you went another way. You're a model, or you were modeling before, so that comes with a different things, and like I'm hip to it, so it's just like what's going on. So it's definitely something that we'll have to discuss and build on, but it's just what's the level of commitment, not to me, but just to being the best you, in the position as far as me, committing to being the best me, and then being compatible how we are that way. So I don't expect to be the only one ever. I don't ever want to fall into that trap of expecting to be the only one, and then find out that you out there, talking to somebody else about me or doing this. And I get it. Like, that might not be you. But you still aren't just relying on me to be and do everything for you, especially with me out here. So that's not fair. That's not fair. And it wouldn't be fair to you if somebody could, be there for you or do different things for you that might benefit you in any type of way. The same way it wouldn't be fair for me. People don't just give things, but people care. And you care for, different people as well. So that's not fair. It's not like you're gonna have 100,000 different people or whatever the case may be. Of course, you want to be secure in your spot. But there's a difference between being secure and complacent. And we can still enjoy each other's company, and make each other better without placing demands on each other. So I guess there's a difference between requirements and expectations and demands. And that's what we're trying to figure out. Like you say, you rather, if you can't get all of that right, then you'd rather stick with what you have. And that's what job interview is about. You might be a good candidate, but might not be a good fit. And I don't want to set myself up for failure, and in that sense, I mean, like, failing you. So what exactly is it, that you're willing to do? You want to write down expectations and and sign it, and that's just what we agree upon, and outside of that is just whatever we want to do with each other or for each other. You have concrete things that you do. You meet. It's just like what you want to do when you go to a job. When you're not at your job, do you want to be monitored? Do you want to be hounded? Do you want to be? Do you want your manager, or do you want your boss checking up on you, wondering where you at, wondering what you doing, who you with? You don't want that. So, put yourself in the shoes of what you want. Like you get to make, like, you want to make your own schedule, right? You want to take time off where you need to take time off without repercussion, without somebody resenting you, or without fear of losing your job. Do you give your clients, the freedom to go to somebody else, or do you expect them to just come to you all the time? Yeah, I get that. If you go to another barber, don't contact me. I get that. So it's just like, what's the view on the relationship? Are you the boss? Are you giving freedom, or is it shackling? That's just all I guess require is fairness and openness. Things change, but we should be working towards the betterment and the common goal, but there do have to be outlines or outlying factors. And then, come to work, you do your thing, and then when you leave, that's your own time. But you're still a representation of that business. I would be a representation of you. You would be a representation of me. And I just don't want to feel like anything that I do, I gotta hide it, or I gotta be, low with it, or whatever the case. And I don't want you to be feeling like you getting over on me, or that you hiding something, or whatever the case may be. That's a lot. I couldn't really type that out, so I figured I'd just make a note about it or be able to reference it whenever. Just on a deeper spiritual level, I do desire that connection, that oneness, but like you say, you don't want to force it to be one. You don't want to force us to have the same hobbies. You don't want to force us to have the same friends, the same likes, the same dislikes. You want to respect a person's individuality, without judging, without cutting off, and that's a form of boundaries as well. And through the boundaries, we should be able to increase our love. We are able to increase our love. It's not a wall, it's a fence. So that's pretty much the gist of it. I know that's probably gonna make you feel away, but that's just how relationships have to be. It's just like a year, a 2 year, commitment to just make each other better, and then it's a vehicle. And like I said, it's the difference between complacency, because if you just expecting somebody to be there, you just do whatever you want to do. And they just got to put up with it and deal with it, because they already committed to being there for however long. But, it's really a probation. Regardless of how good you look, or how much you like someone, or how good the relationship is, you're not supposed to base it on the time that you have. You base it on the strength of the connection. And The connection is based off what we're doing for each other, what we're providing for each other. And that should be support, I guess. I don't like the word should, but in mutual relationships, it's support. Can I call you? Resources. Resources. What type of resources? And things of that nature. Skills, security, comfort, pushing each other to grow and be better, motivation, correction with love, all of those things, like you said. But it's a business. It's a business, and we have to be willing to do the work on ourselves and on each other. Expectations, desires, and requirements.